So I hope you all remember that yesterday we did problem on name locator, right? Let's do some problems today also. So let me launch one browser today. Let me take you to the facebook.com. After taking you to the facebook.com, what I want to do today, I want to show you the HTML structure of the login page today. Okay. So I'm going to do the right click on this email text field and inspect. After doing the right click and inspect on the email text field, I saw that it is having name also and it is having ID also, right? Guys, I hope you all remember yesterday I taught you name locator. Today I'm jumping to my ID locator slowly, right? So see guys, I have name locator also here. I have ID locator also here. Does it mean that I have to do the problem with both of them? No, no, no. It means that you have to do the problem with either of them, right? I have class name also here. Look at it. I have class name also. I have that tag name also available. And let me tell you, I also have the XPath and CSS available here, which you guys don't know now, which I will slowly tell you. The only thing which I'm not having here is part is LinkText and partial LinkText. Other than that, I have everything available here in all the locators that we have studied yesterday. See guys, if you ask me that, Manish, is it possible out of 8 locators, the particular component is made with multiple locators? Possible. So you have to decide which is best for you. Manish, how to decide which is best, right? That's the question. See guys, you can always make use of a ID because they will be always unique. IDs will always be unique. So you can utilize it blindly. Then you can always choose for name. Name will be 99% of the time unique, but we cannot commit that it will always be unique. So I'm saying 99% of the time it will always be unique, right? Frankly speaking, it's always unique. Okay. So you can use name also. So I just now saw that my username text field is made with a ID. Let's check the password. My password is also made with ID also, name also. Wonderful. Let's check my login button. My login button is made with name also and ID also, right? Guys, avoid choosing any component which looks like a junk value to you, right? What I'm trying to say by junk is some values that hardly make sense to you. Something like this particular URL. Avoid using such things, right? Avoid using such kind of attribute value, u_o_2_LP, right? I mean, I hope this ID will definitely work, but it is still looking like a junk value to me. It's possible. It's possible that it may work, but in case it is giving you any exception, then you can work with the name locator too, right? So let's do this, guys. The problem is let's log into Facebook. Watch out. Everyone, please focus. So what we will do, we will first go to facebook.com. After going to facebook.com, let's start our step 1. What will be the step 1 here? Step 1 will be launching our empty browser. As of now, I have decided to launch my Chrome browser. So what I will do, Chrome driver is equals to new Chrome driver. So I have created an object of the Chrome driver. Yesterday, we learned that if we create an object of the Chrome driver, it will always launch an empty browser. So we know this. I'm just going to confirm once that is it really launching. So you can see it is really launching. After that, I also showed you that we can utilize its get method to pass one URL here, and that URL can be https://www.facebook.com. If you think that writing this here is really difficult and you cannot remember that it should always be https://, then you can even copy from here and paste it. There is no problem. Okay. But yes, sooner or later, you have to remember this particular syntax of typing the URL. So how fast it's possible to remember it? Remember, right? Once after this, I have not yet guided you this, but today I'm guiding you how you can maximize your browser. Okay. Watch out. You can see my browser is getting launched, then it is getting navigated to facebook.com, but you can see it has occupied only 75% of my screen or 80% of my screen. It has not completely occupied my screen, like it has not maximized it. What I'm trying to say that it has not clicked on this maximized button. We have this option available. Okay. So how to do that? Please focus. It's just a single line step. Watch out. You can maximize your browser like driver.manage.window. You want to manage your window. And what you want to do with window? You want to maximize it, right? Once you maximize it, things will be available in your whole stream. Minimize means it will be minimized and things will be working for you. Okay. So just because you want to see today, so let's make it maximize. This will help you to maximize your browser or window. I'm running my program once again. You can see empty browser getting launched. You can see it is navigating to facebook.com. In the third step, it has maximized it. See guys, what happens in some application, right? Until and unless you don't maximize it completely, some option doesn't come in some application, right? So for that reason, to avoid any kind of problems that may arise tomorrow, I'm simply maximizing my browser. 3 steps are done. Let's do the 4th step. What is the 4th step? Yesterday we have learned. After launching this URL, after launching this facebook.com, now we know that we have to perform action on this email text field. To perform an action, we studied yesterday that action can be performed later. Before that, we have to find it and locate it, right? Just because I'm performing the action on the single elements now or single element now, I have to do it only using find element. So driver.find element. Now it is asking me using which locator. I have already said you that locator that I'm going to use today is ID locator. So I'm going to do inspect and again doing inspect and checking the ID is email. So I have used here email. So I have found my element. I have located them. And finally, I want to perform action. You know, the action means your username. So you can type your username here. I'm simply typing anything just to help you understand. You can pass the real username and real password when you will be doing the problem, right? So this is done. Now let me do the right click on the password. Once I do the right click on your password, it can tell you that, hey, ID is available here also called as PASS. Let me confirm once again. I'm doing the right click and inspect, and I can see that ID is actually equals to pass. So what I can do now, same step. First find the element using find element, then locate it using ID. And what is the ID value? You can paste it here, just like the way it is given here. Once this is done, now you can perform your third activity. So you have found your element, you have located it. Now you have to perform action. Action means again typing your password. So here you can type your password. Now whatever is the password, you paste it here. And that's it. 2 steps are done. Now you're done with the third step. Third step is clicking on the login button. You again do the right click and go to inspect. Once you have inspected this login button, there is an ID also, there is a name also. I'm more interested in this name login, so I have selected it, right? And then I have done driver dot find element by name, whatever is the name, pass it here. On this also you want to perform some action, and that action is click. So you can do dot. What will happen here? It will open your empty browser. It will take you to the facebook.com. It will maximize your browser. It will type stbymkt@gmail.com on your username. It will type this password on your password text field. And then finally, it will click on the login button. Okay. I'm going to run this. Pay attention what happens. After running this, you can see it is launching my empty browser, navigating to facebook.com, maximizing my browser, entering my username, entering my password, and clicking on the login button. But just because I have passed here the wrong password, login is not happening. But if I type my real password, login will definitely happen, right? So you guys can do it with the help of the right username and right password, and let me know login really happens or not happens. Guys, getting idea how to perform with Selenium? So yes, your assignment is log into Amazon.India or whichever Amazon you live, you can do it. But I will still suggest you to do on Amazon.in. Why I'm keep on suggesting people to do on Amazon.in? Not because I live in India, right? Because the behavior of this Amazon India, right, is more preferable to learn automation testing. I'll show you. Okay. So the reason it is more preferable for all of you to learn uh, your automation testing in Amazon.India, because the behavior of this Amazon India is more preferable for all of you to learn automation testing. The same behavior, we don't see it in Amazon.com or any other application, right? So we will do it in this application. So I want you guys to do the login and just give me 1 more minute. Okay. Let me do this also. Let me also check whether ID and name are really available here. In case it is available, then I will ask you guys to do it. So you can see ID is available here. What about in phone number? In phone number also, email is, name is available. Wonderful. What about in password? In password also, name is available. Absolutely awesome. Then verify phone number. Verify phone number, ID is available. So I want you to do your registration here. I don't care whether right details or wrong details. What I care is all the buttons should be selected, should work. No matter for the positive case, no matter for negative case. I just want to make sure that you are entering something here. I just want to make sure that you're entering something here. I just want to make sure you're entering something here. I just want to make sure whether you are able to click on the verify mobile number. I don't care what message comes there. That is not our problem. Don't worry. I just want to make sure that you are able to type things, right? So this is your third assignment. You guys have to do this, right? See guys, today you guys know how to launch your Chrome browser. So to launch Chrome browser, you have to just type Chrome driver is equals to new Chrome driver. This is how you have to launch a Chrome browser. You know that. Now let us understand how to launch different browsers. If you want to launch your Safari browser, then just write Safari driver is equals to new Safari driver. This will help someone to launch the Safari browser. If you want to launch the Edge browser, you can simply write Edge driver equals to same story. If you want to launch the Internet Explorer browser, you have to just write Internet Explorer driver, same story. Okay. If you want to launch the Firefox browser, same story. Just remember one thing. Every word, first letter will be capital. Otherwise, you will not get the import option. So Firefox driver is equals to new Firefox driver, right? So I want all of you to please verify whether these browsers are really launching it or not launching it. Precondition is these all browsers should be available in your laptop. I'm not asking that each one of you have to install Safari, my Windows user. You don't have to install it if you don't want it, right? Nor this question will be asked to you in the interview that, hey, why don't you have this browsers in your laptop? No one will ask this kind of question. But guys, I will still request all of you to have at least 4 browsers in your laptop. because you guys need it. You guys need it to have at least 4 browsers in your laptop. My Windows user can keep Chrome, Firefox. IE is almost becoming RIP, rest in peace, but you can keep it or don't keep it, doesn't matter, because anyways it is going away, and you can keep it Edge. If you guys want, you can download Opera Mini or any other browser like Safari also, right? Because in the upcoming chapter, we will be doing the parallel testing. That means running the same scenario in multiple browsers, like how rocket launch, right? 5 rockets, how it launched together. In the same fashion, we will be launching 5 browsers together in the very upcoming class, right? That's almost, I guess, 20 days far from today, or almost 1 month far from today. But I'm just letting you guys know. So every time you create an object of Chrome driver class, every time you create an object of Safari driver class or Edge driver class or Internet Explorer driver class or Firefox driver class or Opera Mini driver class, right? It will invoke the constructor, and constructor will invoke the empty browser. All of them will just launch one thing called as empty browser, right? Hope you have understood. I want all of you to check it out, right? Don't worry, I'll be checking this in today's class itself. But before I go on, I just want to let you guys know today, as you studied yesterday also and today also, called as find element. Understanding find element, whatever we have studied till now is fine, guys. But whatever the program, the way I have written now in someone's laptop, is not the real way of writing code, right? The real way of writing code is storing the web element in the return type of web element. You have to store it in the return type of web element, not in the way you guys have done it, or I have done it in your laptop, right? So what I'm trying to say, uh, what we went after launching our empty browser, after launching our empty browser, which was our step 1, what we did, we navigated to google.com. After navigating to google.com, what we did, we inspected the search text field, and in the same line we performed action, which was not needed. This both should not be done in the same line, but rather how it should be done. Please focus. It should be done in this way: driver dot find element by which locator? Let's say name locator. Okay, what is the value? Let's say q. I hope you remember q means query. We learned yesterday. And I hope you all remember that after that only we performed an action like dot send keys. Guys, do not ever do like this in the real interview, right? Otherwise, they will understand that you're a fake candidate, right? See, guys, maybe in next 1 month, I'll be keep on teaching you things, and after 30 classes, I will tell you that whatever you have learned is fine, but you should not write the way I have taught you. The real way of writing the code, you will learn it in the POM concept, page object model. All these things we are learning to get started, right? For that reason, because we start learning drinking by drinking water. That's what we do, right? We start drinking with drinking water. We learn how to drink. I mean, kid. Then slowly we drink juice. Then slowly we drink something else, right? So directly we won't go to drink alcohol today, right? We'll go slowly, right? So driver dot find element by name q, and then we have to store this web element in the return type of find element. The return type of the find element is a web element, and pass any reference variable. The reference variable can be your search text field. Okay, so you have found your element and you have located it, and then what are you doing? You are performing action. Where? Here you have not done. Now you are doing it with the help of the reference variable. So you have got the reference variable search underscore text field dot send keys. This is the way to do it. Why? You will understand in few minutes. Watch out. Everyone, please focus. See, guys, yesterday, See guys, yesterday we executed this and it was really working fine for us. Just to confirm it is really working or not, I'm going to run it once. Okay, so it is really working for us. That's what we did yesterday. I'm telling you today, you don't have to do like this. Why? Understand the drawback of this concept that you did yesterday. If you do it in this fashion, you will end up doing the same thing again and again. That is finding it, locating it. Again, finding it, locating it. Till when you will keep finding and locating? So it's not a good idea. I hope you remember in Java, you always learned that if I have to do system.out.println, we have learned in Java that we always pass A and B. Why always A and B? Because A can store some value, B can store some value, and that A and B we can utilize it continuously. If I pass here 10 and 20, game is over. Now I have to keep adding the numbers in future. I don't have any variable which is holding the value. I don't have any container here. Container means that variable which is holding the value 10. I hope you understood the drawback of this 10 and 20 and not having A and B. In the same fashion, you should not do it in this fashion. So you better comment it and how to replace this with. You should rather replace it with driver dot find element. Guys, I want all of you to please check this out. What is return type of find element? I hope you are able to see the return type of find element is a web element. Guys, how in manual testing we refer components, in automation testing we refer them as a web element, the element of a web, the element of a web-based application, right? So you better select for, So driver dot find element by which locator? By a locator called as name. And what is the value? The value is q, semicolon. Hover over find element. Once you hover over find element, it will tell you that the return type is a again web element, right? It will tell you. So you please copy paste it here and give a reference variable. What kind of component it is? Component is a search text field equals to. Just because you have written here the web element, you have to import it. So hover over web element and try to import it. If I show you what exactly is web element, you will understand that it is actually a interface which has almost 17, I think, 17 abstract methods it has, right? So we have to learn that. Okay. Now, just because till now I have found my element and I have located them, now I have to perform action. Using the search only, I will be performing action now. Search dot send case. What was the first action? First action was to type India. What was the second thing that I wanted to do with it? I wanted to again send keys, enter. Not end, enter. This is the benefit of this particular topic. So let's run this. And after running this, let us understand whether it is really working fine or not. See guys, before we move on to the LinkText locator that we have in Selenium, just want to let all of you know that LinkText locator in Selenium is only applicable for those tag name who have A in it. I'm repeating it again. LinkText locator is only applicable for those component whose tag name is A in it. Example, watch. Look at this beautiful application, google.com, right? And when you see this application, you can see this Gmail. My cursor is changing into that hand shape. And you know that whenever cursors change into this hand shape, that means there is a presence of a link. And yesterday I have already said you that the default tag name of any link is going to be A. This A I'm talking about. This we have studied yesterday, that for every link, the default tag name is going to be A. Absolutely, yes. Link text only works with only those components whose tag name is A, because this is called as link text value. Okay. So what is my link text value here? Beautiful Gmail, right? So write down one, let's do two problem on this topic, or if you want, I can do 1,000 also. It's very simple. Nothing is there in it. Please write down a question. The question is, let's launch Google and click on Gmail. Easy problem. I'm repeating it again. Let's launch Google and click on Gmail. Easy problem. So guys, in this problem, what I'm going to do, I'm going to launch my empty browser. Then I'm going to navigate to google.com. Then I want to click on that Gmail link, but this time I'm going to choose my locator as link text. So I'm going to run this just to check whether empty browser and google.com is working fine. Since it is working fine, I will. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Google. After going to Google, I'm doing the right click on Gmail and showing you the inspect. You can see that I have the link text available here called as Gmail. Please copy it. And now come back to the code. In the code, what you have to type, since you have launched the application now, you can maximize it too. Choice is yours, not compulsory always, right? How to maximize your browser? You know that driver.manage.windows.maximize. You can even minimize it. Everything will be done in the minimized fashion. Everything will be minimized, and even after that, you will be able to do your activity. So maximize is done. After that, driver dot find element, because I'm still dealing with a single element, find element by link text. What is the value of the link text? You have already copied, so you better paste it here. Now, what is the return type of the find element? You can see here it's a web element. Is it required for me to always copy paste? No, no, no. I can type it. Web element reference variable. Reference variable is Gmail link equals to. And then I have to import this web element. And now on this Gmail link, I can perform my action, which is called as dot. We can run this just to check whether it really works or not. So watch it. So you can see it is really moving on to Gmail application once after doing it. So now the question comes, can I, okay, please write down one assignment. Try to do it before we jump to the next class. The problem is launch Amazon India. Launch Amazon India and click on this mobiles. I'm going to Amazon. After going to Amazon, I want to click on this best sellers. So I'm doing inspect on it. My question is, can I click on this best sellers also with the help of just best BEST using partial link text? Can I do that? Yes or no? I can do it. Consider like keeping in mind that I don't have any other link text present on this web page with a name called as best. I'm repeating it again. Listen to me carefully. I'm telling that I can definitely click on this best sellers with the help of the link text, and I can pass the link text as best sellers. But today I'm teaching you partial link text. That means I can click on this best sellers using partial link text. Not required always to just pass the best sellers, but I can pass the partial name. Partial name means either I can just pass best or I can pass just sellers. Okay. So if I do this problem with the partial link text and pass the value as BEST, it should work, but it may not work because there is a possibility that other component may have the link text present in it called as best, right? So let us check that. Your scenario is launch Amazon India and click on best sellers using partial link text by giving the name as best.